Welcome back to Engineering with Evans. In this tutorial, I want to go through a few details on the pen tool and talk specifically about anchor points, anchor handles, and line segments. So I went ahead and found an image that I'm going to try to trace. I'm going to copy this image, open up Gravit, or rather I should download that. So I'll right click, save image as, drag and trace. This is in my downloads folder, so I know where to upload. My browser has already been logged in to Gravit, so I did not have to, but if you need to, make sure you sign in with the correct credentials. For this sticker design, I'm going to keep it under 4 inches. So let's go 4 by 4 inches for my canvas. Create. I'm going to zoom in with Control Plus. And then I'm going to insert the image I just downloaded so that I can trace it. Okay, but before we get to that, a little bit about the pen tool. All right, so the pen tool, shortcut P, or the icon up here, little focus view, allows you to draw and trace lines. So if you click, you place an anchor point. So that was a click and release. So I clicked and let go of my left cursor, and now I'm moving my mouse around. You'll see I dropped an anchor point, which is an end point of that line. If I click and release again, I drop another endpoint, which creates a line segment. So that's the series of points between these two endpoints. And I'm free to make my next line segment. As soon as I click an anchor point down, so I click and release for an anchor point, it'll create a line segment between that and the most recent anchor point. Now, if you want to make a curve, you can click and hold on an anchor point, and it will curve whatever line is behind that anchor point. And you'll see that I can control that curve using what are called the handles. So as I'm holding on my cursor, I'm able to adjust the length and the position of one of two handles. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and press enter. And I can actually go back and adjust these handles. So if I click on an anchor point of a line, I can adjust these handles after I finish that line. All right, but I'm gonna pick up drawing my line. So I'm gonna see if I can find the end of this line. Or I'm just gonna draw a new one. So Control Z to undo, draw a line. Sometimes you're gonna wanna undo a handle. So you're curved in that anchor point, and now it's curved coming out, but maybe I wanted to do a straight line. So I can go back and click on the anchor point, and it will get rid of my last handle. So now I have another straight line segment coming out of what was a curved line segment. Okay, so with those things in mind, I want to go ahead and try and trace some of this image and see if I need to use those skills. Okay, so I'll change my line color so I can see it on my trace. Get something bright green. I can always change it at the end. I don't want that line segment, so I'll hit enter and delete. And now my pen tool. Okay, get my color back. There we go. I'm gonna zoom in and start to work my way around. So here's a curve. I'm gonna put an anchor point where I see an end to that curve, go to the opposite end of that curve and use my curved line here. That's a nice trick. Okay, but I'm not going to be able to hit this curve unless I get rid of one of those handles. And now I can change to a straight line or curve it the opposite direction. And so you can see that a little closer. And I can't hit this sharp corner because I have a curved line segment coming out of this anchor point. So I'm clicking on that anchor point, and now I can redo whatever curve I need on this segment. So I can click and hold this next anchor point so that I can curve, release, get rid of my anchor, and work my way around this shape. I'm taking my time with this trace. I can do a straight line here, finally. All right, curve here. And that is how you can use the pen tool with a little more accuracy now that you know about anchor points, those handles, and line segments. Press enter to finish that line segment and save my work.